Hi everyone, this is Jeanette St.Germain, and I wanted to pull some cards and offer an energetic update for what's coming up for the month of August 2020. We have some really incredible astrological influences and some 8/8 Stargate energies, and of course lots of shifts in the collective, and continuing with being invited to shift our vibration from fear into love. Shifting our energy and our focus from the individual perspective of separation, of me, myself, and I, and into a more unified consciousness where we recognize that we're all connected, that we are all part of the same oneness, and that truly the way forward for all of us is to be in compassion in our hearts, be in compassion for ourselves and for each other, and for each individual experience as it is expressing itself during this time of transformation. There are a lot of energies coming up for us to receive some incredible healing around core wounds, around childhood energies, and also to come into a state of what is union? What is it that makes us feel whole and complete? And how can we use this energy together to create a better world for us all? So we're coming out of these more heavy, emotionally dense energies with these Cancer eclipses, and we're starting to move into more of a joyful energy with Leo season. This time of year is usually very bright and happy, has a kind of renewal, a breath of fresh air, and I do sense some of this coming to support us as we continue through these waves of really deep introspective work and deciding, getting clear on what it is we really want to carry with us moving forward. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards and just see what Spirit has to share with us right now. And as we move into the month of August, we're going to pull energies that are more connected to the earth plane first, what we need to know, or energies we're working with here in the physical. And then the second spread is going to be more of what we're doing to bridge our third dimensional reality with our fifth dimensional reality, and how we're operating from that place of unity consciousness and heart-centeredness in our everyday lives. And then the last cards will be pulled from messages of the divine, messages from the divine feminine, empowerment, goddess energy that is asked to rise up within us individually as well as within the collective right now. So some really powerful stuff. Spirit asked me to pull from 3 different decks. So I'm going to go ahead and move these around just a little bit. I have already blessed and shuffled the cards, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them a little bit more with the clear intention of what our question is. So give me just a minute here. And these are going to be the divine. Okay. So first, we're going to ask, what is the energy moving forward for the month of August? What is it that the collective needs to know, feel, sense, understand? What are we working with that will assist us in our everyday lives here in the earth plane to be more in alignment with our highest potential, our highest expression? What do we need to know to support our journey moving forward? Show us the energies for the month of August that we are working with at the earth plane. All right, that feels complete. I'll go ahead and lay these out for you. Faith. 7 of Cups. 10 of Earth. 3 of Earth. Queen of Fire. 7 of Earth. And the Sage. Okay. Beautiful. Whew. So what I'm picking up from this intuitively One of the biggest messages that Spirit is offering us right now is to have faith. Everything is for a reason. Everything has its purpose, even if we can't understand it from our human perspective. And sometimes this can be something that brings us a lot of joy and peace, and other times it can bring us a lot of frustration. And so these cards are telling us, no matter where you're at, allow yourself to be there. There is no wrong, there is no shame, there is no guilt in feeling those moments of brokenness. That is part of being human, part of having the experience. One of the beautiful gifts of this life, the reason that we even have this life, is so that we can fully experience it, the highs, the lows, the in-between, and not disconnect from any part of it. That first step is just allowing us to have our experience beyond judgment, beyond what we think it needs to be. And as we move into the Seven of Water energy, the Seven of Cups, this is showing us that we have the ability to shift into flow, to shift into that place that really is our ideal. And even if we can't see it right now, right in front of us, we need to know that the power resides within us, and that at each moment we have a choice to choose love or fear, anger or joy, hate or acceptance, compassion, being able to have empathy for each other without allowing another's perception of reality to become our truth. They're saying to have faith and to be in the flow of the process. You don't have to know where everything's going to know that the river is indeed taking you somewhere. And that not only that, you are in the river, but you're a part of the river, and you help to create the river. And when you recognize that you're in the flow and release judgment around how things have to be, you can actually start moving into a place of creating what it is you want it to be. The Ten of Earth tells us this. This month, we are going to be stepping into our power, stepping into our ideal, what it is we want to create. And we need to take with us what we've gathered, the wisdom through all these experiences, and start to create something new, something that really speaks to our soul and it is rooted in what makes us feel passionate and purposeful. The Ten of Earth is also showing me that we can remove whatever masks we've been wearing and pretending to be. It's a very interesting message with the masks that we're all currently wearing during a pandemic situation as well, right? That we are still ourselves even behind these masks. That no matter what the masks are showing or not showing, it doesn't change who we really are as long as we can stay in the flow and release the judgment. Some people are going to want to wear masks. Some people are not going to wear masks. And everybody has reasons for this. It's not our job to tell someone what is right or wrong for them. But we still need to be responsible as stewards of the earth and stewards of each other, where we are honoring the life force of each individual and the collective. And you can also see in that card, there's a deer kind of hiding behind her shoulder. And Spirit is really showing me the deer there. This energy of contrast and duality, this energy of being a queen, the energy of the lion and the deer, that we can be both, that we don't have to choose one or the other, and that it's okay for us. In fact, it is asked of us to hold the full contrast, the full range of what life is here to offer us. And as we do this, we start to plant seeds in the earth. And sometimes there might be some blood, sweat, and tears as we do this. But we're planting seeds to create a new kind of world, a new kind of world for us all that is rooted in love and compassion, that is rooted in divine timing and allowing each flower to blossom the way it is meant to. Part of this is also telling us that we are fully supported in this process, that we're not alone, even when we may feel disconnected and isolated. There really is more here for us. We just have to remember the timing, that the mighty oak does not sprout into the giant tree in the moment the seed is planted. Whew, thank you. And as we shift through the month, about mid-month, we're going to start seeing those energies of the Queen of Fire, those that are really stepping into their passionate purpose, those that feel illuminated and lit up by the energy of spirit, by the energy of transformation. This is a rising of the divine feminine, of feeling the feminine in her true power, stepping into more of her sacred sexual energy, stepping into her creative energy, her life force restored in a way that we haven't seen it in a very long time. And this is beautiful. This is necessary. But we're only going to get there if we really start tuning in with ourselves, resting, relaxing, rejuvenating, taking action at the perfect time, not allowing ourselves to become complacent or lazy, but allowing ourselves to be in full alignment with the energy of who we are at a higher level. The Queen comes in when we are in full alignment, not when we are listening to the voices of others, fueling us on with stories that are rooted in fear or hate or divisiveness. We must be aware of this, and the only way we can is if we turn inwards within ourselves. This month is really going to ask us to step into the energy of the wisdom keeper, the wise sage, the magician, the alchemist, the energy of transforming lead into gold, the heaviness into lightness, the heaviness of our 3D world into a more conscious place, the Christed consciousness, which is the golden energy, the unconditional love energy. And we're asked to do this in our everyday lives through our conscious perception of who we are and where we're going. We have guides, we have guardians, we have the wisdom of the owl, we have the energy of our soul tribe, our wolf brothers and sisters that are with us all the time, helping us to learn that every situation we are in is guiding us deeper and deeper into that inner truth that love is all there is. Love is the oneness that we seek, and love is our pathway forward. We're going to become master sages. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these to the side, and I'm going to ask how Spirit wishes us to shift these energies, to bridge some of these messages, not only in the 3D, but to receive these messages from our fifth dimensional consciousness, our higher self-consciousness. What is our movement forward as we are guided by the energy of Spirit? What is Spirit, our fifth dimensional selves, communicating with us this month ahead? So I'm going to move these just a bit here. All right, I'm going to shuffle these, asking our higher selves to step in, show us the energy of flow, how to embody unconditional love, unity consciousness in a way that is powerful for the individual and the collective. Show us the energies for this month of August where we can be in our fifth dimensional consciousness with ease and grace, where we are supported on our spiritual path. Feel the energy building. Show us that smooth pathway forward in the collective, these energies that are here for us. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay these out for everyone. They're asking me to stop for a moment and just explain this as we're moving along. This month we're going to be having some indecision about how we are to navigate what we're feeling as the contrast, as a kind of divide in consciousness and in our everyday lives. We're going to be noticing more and more the shadow side coming up. People that may even say they're light workers or highly spiritual, really diving into some of these dark rabbit holes and giving their energy over to the shadow distortion and wanting to fight against something, but also feeling the pull of their souls and their hearts, reminding them what love is. The next card, the world, showing us, yep, we're here to create our world. The number is an 11, right? If we want to have heaven on earth, we need to remember what heaven really feels like. And that is union. Union of all these fragmented parts. Acceptance of the lightness and the darkness as part of the experience of being alive. This is not to say that something is right or wrong, good or bad, morally corrupt or not. It's just to say everything is a part of creation. And if we forget that, we are going to get stuck in a rabbit hole or in a loop, repeating the same patterns, the same cycles, and the same resistant energy that we think we're fighting against. As we take charge of ourselves, take responsibility for our own work, our light work, our shadow work, take responsibility for who we are within our hearts, there is an opening, a growth that appears. New flowers start to blossom, right? Abundance in our human lives, and abundance starts to flow from that fifth dimensional consciousness, overflowing with love. This month, we're going to be healing our wounds, healing our broken hearts, and stepping into that true healing mastery that we are called to. It's still going to feel as if there are moments of waiting, of looking outside yourself. How come I can't be over there? The grass is greener over there. Why can't we just be awakened and shifted already? Why is this so difficult? Those kinds of questions. And Spirit is saying, step by step by step, you win the race. There are there are no shortcuts in this. It is a process of becoming, of evolving, and there is beauty in every step of that process. Please remember that we are in a healing process, and we are remembering that in truth, there's nothing broken, there's nothing wrong. We just need to be honored where we are and remember the truth at our core. And the next one shows that. Archangel Metatron coming in, reminding us, look to Spirit. What do you see? Trust the energies of the heart. Trust the visions that are rooted in love. There are many false light beings appearing as love. We need to be discerning in our own hearts of what that really is for us and how it takes us forward. And of course, the last card, Angel of Love. Beautiful. So that's summing up everything that I'm talking about. The fifth dimensional energy, our highest self energy, or our higher self energy, I should say, because there are other highest selves, but the higher self in that fifth dimensional consciousness that we're all a part of right now, whether we realize it or not, again, calling to us, what is love? There are going to be things happening in your life this coming month that are really going to make you question, what is love? I'm seeing in the collective even more shakeups with relationships and 3D relationships falling away to make space for those 5D relationships. And when I say 5D relationship, I'm talking about sacred relationships. I'm talking about moving beyond karmic cycles and stuck patterns that we may have with karmic life partners or karmic soulmates, moving into more of the sacredness of what relationship offers us, which is recognizing the divine in another person reflected back to us as our own divinity. God seeing God, romancing the God within you so that the God beyond you can also be romanced in that energy of what love truly is. Love is the answer. Love is the way. It always is. So the fifth dimensional consciousness wants us to remember this and to let go of those relationships and situations that are truly no longer serving us. And you may know what this is talking about already. It may have already been happening or kind of sitting on the back burner. You may have already felt like you've released all kinds of relationships and situations that weren't resonating with you anymore. But this is showing us that this is all for a purpose. You have wings, and love is that vehicle through which you can spread your wings. But there's still some remembering that needs to occur, some balancing, and really going all in, not just one step in one situation and one foot in another situation and your head behind the situation. And, you know, we were feeling kind of fragmented and shook up. And this month is going to push us from indecision into love. It's going to push us from that place of duality and contrast into polarity, into that unity space in the center where we can observe all of these contrasting energies and bring it back to love. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and move these to the side and ask one last message from the divine, from source, from the divine feminine in particular, because I really feel like this month is setting the foundation for a new kind of rebirth, resurrection, phoenix energy. We talked about this a bit in last month's reading as well. But I felt it a little bit more with the masculine getting shook up. And now I feel that the feminine is going to rise in a completely new way, in a way that is connected to her original energy, her original template of unconditional love, and holding a vessel for the world to step into that space, individually and collectively, for those who are ready. And it's just really, really powerful. So we're going to pull from that in just a minute here. Let me move these cards to the side. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. All right. I'm going to just ask the divine feminine, the goddess energy, the Sophia, the Christ lineage of the feminine, the all that is. Bring us whatever messages we need to know as we move forward into the month of August. What are the energies we're working with? Please offer us guidance from the divine feminine. Thank you. What energies are we working with for the month of August? Woo! Dropped a couple. Give me 1 second. They are jumping out. I'm hearing one more. Oh, just kidding. A couple more. I kept pulling those in threes. It's really interesting. Usually I pull in twos. So I'm going to go ahead and situate these. Whew, I can feel the energies building. Wow. Okay. Hope you can see all of that. Move it up just a little bit here. They were asking me to place them in this formation. There's a lot of energy from the divine feminine that wanted to speak with us. And as I said, they were coming out in threes. And one of my things is having in pairs. I always seem to have this energy of two in union, and energy of the beloved into the physical, and 1 + 1 is 3. So these are all really beautiful energies from the divine, personal validators for me as well. So let's look at the full messages here and individually. We have Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary, and her message says, no matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. And I just love this energy, especially as we're moving into August and September, the energies of fall and harvest. Hestia always makes me think of that energy of harvest, summer into fall, gathering up the crops, gathering what we have grown over this time of expansion and letting more light in, what has become illuminated. And part of her message here is, again, no matter what's happening in our external world, we are home within ourselves. The sanctuary that we seek is within us. The Savior that we seek is within us. The divine is saying that you are never not connected to the all that you are. You are never not home. You're always home. Home is within you. Be mindful of giving your feelings of sanctuary, safety, fulfillment to other people, to other situations. We're in a state in the world right now where there is no normal. Everything is getting shook up, and we don't know how to navigate things that are happening in our personal lives that are egregious, that are filled with grief, that are shocking to our bodies and our emotional systems. And there is no normal. So we're going to have to take some time, sometimes every single day, to really connect in with ourselves, to breathe deeply, to be in our bodies, to be where we are, and to tell ourselves, I'm home, I'm safe, I'm home, I am safe. In this moment, I'm home, I am safe. And if you're in a situation where change is happening or needs to happen, remember, like the cycles of fall and winter, spring and summer, like the falling of the leaves, the only thing constant is change. So whatever situation you're in, whether you perceive it as light or dark, good or bad, it will change. And with Hestia's energy here, I feel this push to accelerate that energy of sanctuary and home, no matter where we are. And when we hold it within ourselves, it actually starts to expand and illuminate our external world. So really practice being in that energy of sanctuary. Know that Spirit is here, that we are safe, that we are divinely guided, and we are protected from those places that we need to be. We also have Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. And we just talked about a little bit about the planets being retrograde, 5 planets being retrograde, and how that symbolizes the need for us to go within ourselves, deep, introspectively. And you can see part of her heart chakra is opening to the galaxies, but it's within herself that she finds that access point. There is a white dove here symbolizing new beginnings, new birth, resurrection. But we must go within to find the light that we seek and the power that we are. And her affirmation is, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. And I love this message, and it's something that I share with my clients and the people that know me in my personal life as well, that no matter what someone tells you, no matter what some spiritual guru or politician or Hollywood celebrity, no matter what someone says or does, be mindful of finding the guru within yourself. When you place someone on a pedestal, they will inevitably fall, because no one is above or beyond anyone else. We're having a human experience, and we're also divine. We're both. We're divinely human and humanly divine in each moment. And so when things come in, circumstances and situations and things in the collective that are really, shocking to you, how could someone do this or say that? How could this person that's an idol in so many ways also have this really dark side to them, right? These things are coming up in our society. And Teresa of Avila is saying, through the feminine, through the goddess energy that we have within us, go inside. Look at where you've given your power away. There is no force beyond yourself that can harm you or take from you unless you allow it. The next one, Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. Her energy is telling us, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Her heart is on fire. She's filled with the sacred rose energy. She's considered the queen of angels. The Mother of God is the mother of all, for God is the creation of all that is. And I only slightly jokingly say this to people in groups sometimes, that guess what? God is a woman. And I don't mean that in any way to put down the masculine, because that's not it at all. I believe that we must have the masculine and feminine in our balanced state to have creation. But the Mother of God, when we can tap into that energy to recognize that we have the power to create creation, that we create the divine simply by being who we are, that's very powerful. Again, not allowing our power to be taken or given away. It's always within us, recognizing our divinity and our human. With this energy, she's reminding us that we have the power to change ourselves, and in that we have the power to change our world. Thank you. Beautiful. Next is Diana, the Queen of the Wilderness. Her affirmation says, the language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. So Diana, whenever I feel Diana's energy, I feel like I want to run through the forest and sing with the birds and roar with the mountain lions. And I want to be a part of all that is. The energy of nature, the heartbeat of Mother Earth, pulsing in my veins, in my breath, in the way that my feet hit the ground. Diana is reminding us that we are a part of all that is. We are not separate from Mother Earth. We are not separate from Mother Creation. We are a part of it all. Whether we are male or female is irrelevant. We are a part of creation. And the more we turn to being keepers and guardians of our natural world, our bodies, the trees, the water, the mountains, the streams, all of these energies of creation that are manifested in the physical, the more we turn our attention to our physical vessel, taking care of our bodies, our minds, our spirits, our hearts, then the energy of creation can flow through us. And this frequency of love becomes an energy that fuels us through any situation. Wonderful. The next we have Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. And Inanna is also a form of Ishtar. And this goddess energy rises from ancient Mesopotamian times, from the energy of the Garden of Eden, the energy of the cosmos, the celestials merging with the forms of matter of Mother Gaia. And when Inanna arises, she brings us that message of power and purpose. She says, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Bringing us again that message of there is light, there is dark, there is love, there is fear. And all parts of this are part of the grand design. No part of it can be left out in the cold, or else creation is incomplete. Inanna says to take off your masks, to stop pretending that you are better than or less than anyone else. Stop telling yourself the stories that you aren't good enough, or that you are so much better than someone over yonder. All of these mental ego constructs are irrelevant in the scope of the divine. The divine is love. The divine is all. The divine is heaven and earth. And this month we are really going to be asked to not just be a bridge between heaven and earth, to not just be human in the physical, and to connect through energy work or meditation or visions or whatever we're doing to connect with our more evolved consciousness, which seems to be divine. We are to be an embodiment of all of it if we truly want to experience creating heaven on earth. The next one, Catherine Nebor, the patroness of miraculous healing. Ooh, I feel all this energy. Ooh, I also feel some beautiful bee energy, bee medicine with this card. Healing energy, I love it. Her message is, I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. So they have all these goddess energies coming in and saying, go within yourself. You are safe, you are loved, you are divine, you're part of nature and the heavens, you're all that is. And she's coming in and saying, let's heal these wounds. Let's heal these parts of us that feel fragmented and separate, and know that we are worthy of that. No matter what we have done, no matter what we have said, no matter what we have taught ourselves to believe about ourselves, it's all just a story. How would it feel to truly feel worthy? Ask yourself that question. Do you even know what that feels like? Have you ever experienced a miracle in your life, within yourself or beyond you, in the life of someone that you love or that you know? Just the fact that you breathe, that you are the divine in matter, is a miracle. And because of that miracle, you are allowed, you deserve to be the all that you are here to be, to step into your highest potential. But you have to ask. Ask to be in alignment with that highest potential. You have to be courageous to let go of what is not serving that highest potential. To let go of the thoughts and belief systems, the people and the situations in your life that might be blocking the expression of your highest potential, whether you know it or not. Because, beloved, you are worthy. And the energies now are calling us. They're letting us know that we've been doing this work, that we are tired of feeling sick and tired and stuck and trapped. We are ready to be healed. We are ready to be well. We are ready to step into the vital life force that we hold within us, that we've just forgotten how to let it flow. Beautiful. And our two other cards that popped out that are kind of buffering these messages of the divine feminine. And I felt like these two cards are telling us how we're going to do this. How are we going to bring these divine energies into the physical and truly do it in our human lives? And we have Joan of Arc, the warrior of light, and Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. Joan of Arc says, I have a seed-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Now, without getting into the whole story of Joan of Arc, what Spirit is showing is that for us to be a warrior of light, that means that we are a warrior of love, that we are radiant, we are illuminant in the energy of love. It's not enough for us to simply be shining bright and say that we are guided by God and that we are on purpose. How many wars have been fought in the name of God? We must know that our illuminant light is the light of love. We don't need armor or swords or to fight against another force. Resistance just brings more resistance in so many places. What we do need is to be unshakable in our conviction that love is the way forward, that love is the path that lights the way. And where there is love, there is flow. Where there is love, the pathways open, the oceans part. If we're constantly cycling in our minds about all the bad in the world, all the lack in the world, all the feelings of self-doubt and fear and worry and negativity, how can love grow there? Fear is the opposite energy of lack, and the two cannot be in the same place at the same time. It's just a law of frequency. So where we shift into love, the light of that love will guide us. The love will shine whether we are in the darkness or in full sunshine. The love will bring within us a conviction like steel, so strong and so powerful, and yet flowing like a river. For love does not fight against something. Love does not hold on and refuse to let go of that which does not want to be a part of it. Love just shines like the sun. It just is a truth, an energy of creation. And when we tap into the true energy of love, we know it. For we become unshakable in the faith that we hold in ourselves, that we are divine, that we are powerful, that we are creators, that we can do anything. And then that moves us into Rita's message, the patroness of impossible causes. We can do anything. Her message, I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. Wow. So whatever's happening in your life now and moving forward, especially into this next month, through this 8/8 Stargate, through Leo season, through all of the turmoil that we may be sensing in the external as well as within our own hearts, remember the fact that you exist is a miracle. Miracles are real. They move through us. They work through us. We are miracles. When we focus our intentions of love and possibility, hope, faith in something greater than where we've been, that possibility is no longer just a possibility. It becomes a potential, and then it becomes inevitable. Go within your heart, beloved ones. Say the prayers you need to say. Weep the tears you need to weep. Laugh the laughs you need to laugh. Because we are being called now to rise up, to stand up for what is truth, for what is love, for love is the highest truth. There are so many forces in the world right now that want to keep us distracted, that want to keep us in a space of feeling helpless and hopeless, isolated, lost, and forgotten. These are just storylines. They are not truth. And the divine feminine creation energy is coming through to share this with us through these cards and through what they're obviously sharing with me. It feels like I'm just channeling a lot of this. That we are here to create the world within ourselves that we seek in the external. And as we do this, miracles arise. Let whatever has been lay to rest. Let your mind of whatever might be go. Let it go. Let go of what you think should or shouldn't be. Be powerful in your present moment. Be powerful in love, in each breath, in each action. Be conscious of love in all that you are and do and create in your small sphere in this world. And I promise you, it goes out like a ripple through a lake, through an ocean. It becomes a tidal wave of love that shifts everyone and everything it touches. But the intention of love must be pure and true. Love that is of service to mankind, to the planet, to each other. Love that understands different perspectives, that allows people to have their experiences, that loves them no matter what, and that also has discernment and power to know when to step out of a situation that is not loving or empowering to self. Love is not a doormat that allows others to wipe their muddy feet, to scream or rant or rage, no matter how well-intended their energy may seem. Love is here to create miracles. And sometimes the miracle can be a simple shift in recognizing that you have the power to say yes. You have the power to say no. You have the power to say, I choose that which is love. I have the ability to discern what feels good, what feels uplifting, what feels right, what feels true. without any other voices telling me what I should or shouldn't be, or blaming me for what I have done or not done. So thank you so much for being with me today. I really enjoyed sharing these messages with you, and of course the energies that were coming through as well. So beautiful. Thanking the angels, our guides, the energies of spirit, the energy of the divine. Just incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like this message, it resonates with you, and you want to hear more, please like, subscribe to the channel, share. The more traffic that we get, the more we can put more of these things out there, and the more they get shared, right? Energies of love and creating heaven on earth. That's the goal. So I'm really grateful to each of you for being a part of this community and for sharing your journey with me. You are welcome to connect with me on my website at JeanetteSt.Germain.com. Welcome to leave a comment or email me any questions you might have. I have private sessions and group events, as well as lots of online offerings. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. And until next time, stay radiant.